Hmm? No, you don't. I thank the Most High so much for his truth.
All praise to the Most High. Did you hear what she said right at the end? I thank the Most High for this truth. I do. All praise to the Most High. Only reason why I stopped it right there, and I was, it is a beautiful morning. The sun just came up, and I'm going to open this thing. Let's see. It is spectacular. All praise to the Most High. Beautiful. Sun's coming up. So pretty today. So you get up in the morning time, and I was gonna watch Brother Sly had came on here, and I watched this. I said I'm gonna watch this first. I was gonna take my puppy out for a walk, and then I'm so thankful for this truth. And I got so many family that's still in the church, still celebrate Christmas. They're just as wicked and evil as they could be. And when you're trying to pay attention, you're trying to study. Remember, Big Judah was talking about how significant the number 4 is. So somehow I said this is what I was gonna do, since she was talking about time. And believe it or not, last night I was just wondering. I said, you know what? Something about time. I said it's almost like not a clock, not like a clock, like you see those clocks, not like that. I said something is cosmic. I said now someone has turned over sand. You know how you turn the sand kind of time thing, like an hour clock of sand. I said somehow I feel like that got turned over. So as that sand slowly goes down to the other side, it's getting ready to be when that thing is empty, judgment's gonna hit. And then look, she started talking about time. All right. So I said, wait a minute. I'm paying attention the best I can. Remember when Big Judah said something about 4? So, I do my sword. Okay, because the Catholic Church does a sword ritual every year at this time. So I did the sword ritual. Even I'm alone, I still did it. And then when she said time, I said, wait a minute. When I found out that the sword was mentioned 400 times in the Bible, I said, well, how many times is time mentioned? And they said 600 to 620 times. So do your math, 44. All praise to the Most High. Wow. If you're paying attention, you're going to see these numbers is matching up perfectly. All praise to the Most High. I appreciate you, Big Judah, bro. Wow, that's amazing. All praise to the Most High. We're figuring this out, and as we figure it out, and as we put it out into the ether, they're being destroyed. And only reason why I wrote in this book, because I wanted to read this later. And then, you see I have these 2 little things here. I just got 13 because it was something I was working on. You'll know what it is if you figure it out. But some Asian, then they got another one, look like Bruce Lee. Yeah. I don't know if it's AI or what, but it's so funny because first you got these Africans that can't speak English well. Now you got these English. Now you got these Japs or Chinese or whatever they are, Asians. They trying to give the story. Asian. Oh, wow. They know how to make you mad. So they got this Asian Bruce Lee that keeps coming on my feed talking about the same thing like these Africans. He's old this, old that. Where were you 2 years ago, a year, 5 years ago? Where was you at with this now? You know what I'm saying? I already studied Kung Fu. You don't need to tell me anything. And then come to find out, you wasn't even the creators of it. It's a black man. Black as night. That's the Kung Fu master. Well, all right. So I was going to read this later. And I was like, that's why I had this book here, because it was really enlightening when I was reading this. Is Clement? Yeah. And so, you can read it on your own. I was going to read it, but Excuse me. I just want to tell you how the number 440, 400 is very significant. Okay, remember they only go by hundreds and stuff, so it's pretty interesting. So every time you hear about a disaster and they say 100, it must be 4 things that are bad happening to them, but we're not finding out. They're only telling us 1. That's how I'm figuring this out, because they're slowly being destroyed, and we're sitting here, we're watching it. All praise to the Most High.